So rival fans are coming for us. Sky are coming for us. My mum's coming for us. Everyone's coming for us. The media are coming for us. The noise is absolutely palpable. Everyone thinks Arsenal are going to bottle it. Just go and win at City. Simple as that. Let's do it. Good morning, 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 good morning. I've already put something on the screen. I didn't mean to. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? Welcome to another Big Arsenal Breakfast Show. We are live. It is Monday. Oh, it's Monday. Oh, God, it's Monday. It's Monday following a disastrous weekend for the Arsenal. But we are here, we are live, we're going to go through it all. We're going to be some therapy today. We're going to be some balm. We got a lot to look at today. And there's a lot I think we can still do. It's not over until the morbidly obese lady with the incredible voice starts singing. Come on, it's not over. It is not over yet. Good morning, welcome to the show. First of all, I'm going to try out a new little thing I've got here. Which I just started testing yesterday, and that is, quite frankly, a new chat thing. Look at this. There it is. It works. Look at that on your screen. Good morning to Melatensis. Melatensis says, I hope so, because we need to lift a trophy and to shut the second Ole Ole chants. Yes, we need to shut them up. Indeed, Melatensis. Indeed. Thank you for joining us, Melly Mel. I really, really appreciate it. How's things looking in Malta this morning? What's it like? What's the time there, by the way? Are you on the same time as London? What's the time? What time are you joining us in the mornings here? What's the weather like? I like to know what the weather's like. I know it's quite a British cliche. How's the weather over there? Oh, yeah, it's marvellous. So, yeah, what's the weather like? Let us know. Good morning to you, Mel. Thank you for joining us. And, my goodness, look at this. Brand new listener or joiner or person in the chat says, North London Gooner, I woke up in time, finally. North London Gooner, welcome to you, sir or madam. Thank you for joining the show. I woke up in time, finally. That's amazing commitment. That to me indicates, and I always love these, that to me indicates that the 7 a.m. start may not be part of your daily schedule. Which to me means if you're joining us and it's a bit of an effort to get up, that means a little bit extra, sir. That means a little bit extra, and we thank you for that. Melatensis comes back and says, no, it's 8 a.m. here and the weather looks fine. Is that fine as in fine, your fine ass, or just fine as in okay for the day? Let us know. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Well, I am Edwin Ash, in case you didn't know. I'm the host of the Big Arsenal Breakfast Show, and we are live every day, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m., and weekends, 9 a.m. If you'd like to get involved, if you're watching this a little bit later or you're listening on the podcast, we do have a podcast that's released 20 minutes after the show. But if you're listening and catching up later, and you want to stay involved, you can do so by getting in touch at the socials. We are on TikTok at Big Arse Breakfast. We are on TikTok at Big Arse Breakfast. We are on Insta at Big Arse Breakfast. And we are on X at Big Arse Brekkie. The most important thing, if you would feel so inclined, if you haven't already, please, lizzle and subscrizzle. Lizzle and subscrizzle. Like and subscribe. That gets us out to more gunners, more gunner lovers. Good morning, you gunner lovers. And we can reach a wider audience and basically have a good old chat. Getting in the chat, having a bit of debate, maybe a bit of therapy, maybe a bit of hope, maybe a bit of despair, whatever it may well be that just keeps us Arsenal focused throughout the day and the coming weeks. Because let's face it, it's going to be an absolutely difficult run-in, isn't it? It's going to be a challenge, but I still believe, and we're going to talk about that on the show today. So we've got a little bit of the fallout from Bournemouth. We've got some questions over Arteta. We've got a bit of genuine news and your opinions, always your opinions. That is what the show is for. That is what we designed the show for. That is what we wanted to hear. There was old Eddie sat in a cold, dank, dark room one day, pontificating over the Arsenal, sat there going, well, I don't feel like I get a chance to air my thoughts about the Arsenal that much. And I'd imagine there's a lot of gunners that don't. Maybe we can just put something together, like a big Arsenal pie, and we can get all those thoughts together and we can bake this beautiful, big, crusty sounds gross, fluffy pie. Do pies get fluffy? Cakes. I don't know. That's a terrible analogy. We are going to move on. And look at this very quickly. Legoshi Kun 19, new in the chat. Legoshi, who sometimes comments, thank you, Legoshi, for getting involved. Morning, fellow Gunners, with a cup of coffee emoji. That's what we like to see. Thank you, Legoshi. Thank you. Good morning to you, sir, or madam. Right, couple of little bits of Premier League results news. Ugh. Do we have to? All right, Forest 1, Villa 1. But Tottenham stay in the drop zone. 2 points off of safety because they lost to Sunderland. Okay, look, all right, we lost at the weekend, fine. We're feeling a bit nervous. We're feeling a bit, we're flying by the seat of our pants, or we're filling our pants with whiff juice, or we're turning our Fruit of the Looms into a fudge factory. But Tottenham are in the relegation zone. Look, we should be better. We haven't had a good weekend. But if you can't have a little bit of Schadenfreude just to pick you up every now and then what can you do? And then finally, City beat Chelsea. All right, let's move on. So Jack Wilshere, just a little note to Jack. Jack Wilshere has won his first trophy as a professional manager, as Luton Town won the Virtue Trophy at Wembley. Nice one, Jack. We've got to salute Jack for that. Well done, Jackie boy. That is really incredible. It probably means that every Arsenal fan, not every Arsenal fan, but a certain section of Gunners are probably like, well, we should get Jack in. He's already won a trophy. Maybe not just yet, guys. Maybe not just yet, but well done to Jack. We always like to see the Arsenal alumni doing well, and Jack has done incredibly well already. Good for him. Right, we're going to start off with now this is a hot topic, and I don't mind this discussion. I'm not anti the discussion. What I am anti is this Arteta should be sacked narrative coming from the media. And when I say the media, it came from Mundo Deportivo in Spain. There's a Arsenal are going to sack Arteta narrative going around at the moment. And I just want to talk a little bit briefly about it, because while I don't necessarily disagree with the opinion from the fans, I take umbrage with it coming from media outlets at a specific time where Arsenal fans are they're emotional at the moment, right? We've had a bad weekend and it was a bad performance and a bad loss. So media jump on this opportunity to go, right, flood the zone with shit, basically. So the sack narrative is the idea that his credit is running out, Arteta's credit is running out, that Arsenal are about to make a radical turn, that the hierarchy might lose patience after several trophyless seasons, despite the significant investment. They've also touted the ideal replacement as Cesc Fabregas, because, of course, he's not an Arsenal hero. I'd say there's some section of the fans that still don't regard what he did as particularly good, which is understandable. And it's kind of interesting because this narrative has come out now because we just lost a game. But at the same time, only last week, there were rumors about a contract extension, him being happy to stay on, finish the project and all that stuff. Now, you would think that because there are sources close to the club that know that there are going to be fresh contract negotiations, most likely, then really the media are just taking pot shots at the fans. That's what I think they're doing. They're clickbaiting the fans. They're trying to get the Arteta out brigade, which is largely coming from Twitter. Let's be honest. There are people that feel that way about Arteta, and I'm there for it. But after a loss, that sort of narrative will peak because people are angry, and I understand that, and I don't necessarily disagree with them entirely. And my take really is, look, the club are about stability and continuity, aren't they? Now, we will have a discussion about what happens if we end up trophyless. Of course we will. And there will need to be a discussion from this point of the season, how we've done so well. To collapse, if we do collapse, would really require a full investigation. So we can have that. But I do take umbrage with these sorts of articles coming out, trying to get at the core of the fan base and get eyes on them and exploit that kind of emotional endeavor, that kind of emotional thing that's being drummed up or coming out of the fans. So my thing on this, and lastly, and I'll move on, my take on this is these guys that are posting this shit, these websites that are doing this, it's a weak story coming from Mundo Deportivo. It's a weak story. It doesn't fit with what the narrative is coming out the club. It really, really doesn't. So if you hold the idea that you would like Arteta to go at the end of the season, fine. That's absolutely fine. But right now, do not be led by media outlets trying to tap into that and get your money eyes, views, and get you riled up. That's all I wanted to say about that. Ooh, okay. Good morning to G Dog. Morning. G Dog says, pretty depressed. Back to work today. Ignored the noise, but going to get it. As in, you're going to get it from your colleagues, or you're going out to get it. You're going to seize the day. Which one is that, G Dog? Pretty depressed. Yeah, man. Look, it's quite. It offers some sort of solace for me that other people are miserable. It does in a sort of way that I don't know about you guys, but it really affects me now. It really, really affects me now. This 22 years without the trophy, the 3 years prior finishing second, being back in contention again is way, 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 way harder than when we were the banter era club, right? We had low expectations. Do you remember what this was like? I have to say, guys, we haven't really been in a title run. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. We haven't been in a title run during that social media era, right? I don't remember being this tetchy, nervous, frustrated, depressed by football, really, when we were good back under the Wenger days, although I did used to get stressed and tetchy. And I don't remember it being this much of a problem for me psychologically, I have to say, when we were going through the banter era at the sort of beginnings of social media. I do think the social media element adds to it now, right? As we go and look to consume more Arsenal stuff, as we're on a sort of ticker for Arsenal news 24/7, or, you know, half your day, 12/7, it sort of amplifies that, doesn't it? And when you've got all these rival fans and everyone coming into you and Sky Sports trolling us, which we'll come to later in the show, it just piles on a lot, doesn't it? So every loss now feels absolutely horrendous. I mean, I think we're in agreement. The 12:30 kickoff on a Saturday is, was it high risk, high reward, right? Because if you win a 12:30 game, you are set up for the rest of the weekend, right? I'm arranging it with Mrs. Babs when we arrange when we win a 12:30 game. I'm speaking to Mrs. Babs and saying, "Yeah, I'd really like to sit on the couch all day on Sunday and watch all those other games. What do you reckon?" So if we go and do that, we get into negotiations, you know, she wants to do something. I'm like, yeah, okay, that sounds cool. Let's do that. Now I've got to try and size out how I can work in lying on the couch all day, doing absolutely F all, watching sometimes 3 games of football back to back. Right, that's how I feel. I'm up for it, right? If we lose the game at 12:30, weekend ruined. Weekend ruined. And if Mrs. Babs is listening, she's not, I have to thank her all the time for putting up with me and my moods when we lose. Because at the end of the day, she's not a football fan. To her, it's only football, right? To me, it's not only football. It's not. But you can't be a miserable shit all weekend. You just can't. There are times when I'm walking around with Arsenal lost, and I'm like, oh yeah, let's go and try on another outfit. That looks good. And in my head, I'm like, I just want to go and jump off a bridge. Just a little bit of chat here. Gito said, yeah, he's going to get the bottle crap from colleagues. Yep, I've got a lot of Man United, London Man United fans. They're the fucking worst. Yeah, it really gets to me too. I can't handle it. Lol. Yeah, same. North London Gooner says, I now get trolled a lot and it's really irritating. Oh, God, no. North London Gooner. Well, look, I feel that pain. I really, really feel that pain. I'm getting it too from all sides. I have members of the family, members of my family are Tottenham fans, right? They are Tottenham fans. Now, thankfully, their season has been absolutely hilarious, but it doesn't stop them. Every single penalty miss, corner kicked out of play, doesn't matter what minute thing, my WhatsApp is popping off. It's like just going mental. It sounds like a disco on my WhatsApp. No, fucking go away, everyone. It's terrible, absolutely terrible. Right, let's crack on. What can we do? What can we do? North London Gooner, G Dog, Melitensis, Lakushikun, if you're still with us. What can we do? I've just put together some ideas, okay? I've just put together some ideas. See if, you know, let's fly this flag. Let's stick these ideas in the toilet and see if they flush. I think we've got to call a truce period. This is for the fans, really. Look, I've seen the Arteta out tweets and the bottling it shit. I get the anger. But if we want to turn this ship around, we need to sign a treaty until May. We need to back the team. We back the manager. We make the Emirates a fortress, not a courtroom, right? And the social media sphere has to be positivity propaganda. Positivity propaganda. Now, I've been guilty of this. I post out things, sometimes they're a little bit skew with, they're a little bit annoyed, they're a little bit ragey or whatever. I've been guilty of that as well. But I think going forward till the end of the season, positivity, positivity, positivity. Why? Because the players see it. They do see it. They absolutely do. They're probably advised by their, managers and whatnot. Don't go on Twitter after a loss, don't know that. But they probably sneak in and have a little look. So we just got to back them, back them, back them. Let's save the inquest for the postseason. But right now, I think the players are getting a bit stunted. They can feel the groans in the crowd, and I'm certainly not having a go at the fans in the crowd, because I would be the same if I was still going to watch Arsenal matches. And they definitely see the tweets and the messages. So we need to be the wind in their sails, not the anchor dragging them down. A little bit on the players. And guys, I will come back to the chat. I can see you putting in some really good suggestions. I'll finish this section. I'll come back to the chat and read your bits and pieces. Now, the players. I think it could do with a bit of a fresh blood injection. Excuse me. Personnel-wise, it's time to freshen up the stale vibes. Now, my message, Ødegaard and Saka, what have you got left? What have you got left? You're likely to be coming into this game at the Etihad on the weekend. It's going to be tough because you haven't played consistently. You're all a bit out of form. You're all a bit out of shape. Not out of shape as in overweight. Out of shape as in you're just not peak prime fitness, okay? What have you got left? You have earned this position we are in. Not just this season, over years of accumulative hard work. We are on the cusp of absolute greatness. You are on the cusp, not we. You are on the cusp of absolute greatness. What have you got left? You've put yourself in this position. Go and grab it. Go and grab it. We've got options coming back. Calafiori, Hincapié, Timber. To me, that is steel in the defense as well. So we can do this. We absolutely can do this. And just as an idea, this is just me floating an idea. Lewis Skelly, I think he was all right at Bournemouth. The guy wants to play, but most importantly, he is fresh. He doesn't have the minutes in his legs. I would like to see against Sporting. Let's just try it. Lewis Skelly in the left day. Give Zubi a break, sit him down. His head's starting to go a little bit. His legs are definitely starting to go. He needs a break. Let's try Lewis Skelly. He is good enough against a Sporting team. He is a Premier League player. He is good enough to start that game. It doesn't mean we're expecting Lewis Skelly to roll out like all those clips of his best moments. He doesn't have to burst forward and play through balls. That would be great. He just needs to be there, energetic, in the game, in the zone. Part of it. I think he can do it. He can win battles. He can win duels. We need to start to freshen this up a little bit. And then the manager and the club. Less talk, more walk. This is a big one for me, okay? The club and Mikel need to tone down the rallying cries, right? We've had the bring your lunch requests, the 12-hour atmosphere manifestos, and the constant social media togetherness brackets, all that sort of stuff. We know why they do it. That's fine. They want to build a connection, but right now it just feels like noise. It just feels like noise. So the manager, fewer words in the media junket. Players, fewer we go again Instagram posts or interviews. No more slogans, no more manifestos, just football. We're all good. Despite how it appears, we're all good. We know you want to do well. We know you want to say, we go again, we pick ourselves up. Of course we know that. You don't need to say it. We're all good. We believe in you. You needn't get us on side with vacuous posts. You needn't do it. Don't do it. It's just noise. Right? So, in a minute, I'm just going to move a thing out of the way here. Bear with me. I've got some, because I make notes as I go, and I just want, yeah, you get my meaning. So, right. So, really, how do we turn the fun boat around? Simple. Fans, save the inquest for May. Back the boys until the final whistle. Players, Ødegaard, Saka, and the like. You've earned this moment. You've earned it. What have you got left? Go, get back in, go grab it. And the club, stop the social media rallying cries. No more manifestos, no more media junkets. It's business time. Less talk, more walk. Let's go and win. Right, I am going to jump in the chat because you guys are absolutely flying here. Here we go. G-Doc says they care more that we don't win the league than their own position. Embarrassing. Yep, true. North London Gunner, a friend and I were talking about getting Arsenal tattoos, but that was 6 weeks ago. You can still do it. You can still get an Arsenal tattoo. It'll come good eventually, North London Gunner. North London Gunner continues. At the moment, they just need to find their confidence because they're currently too introverted. They need to enjoy themselves, which they haven't done in ages. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. There is definitely a weariness or a fear about taking, the riskier chance, the riskier pass. They are being too cautious. 100% agree with that. Legoshi-Kun says 100%. Thank you, Legoshi. North London Gooner corrects himself. If I haven't yet, don't worry, I got you there, my friend. North London Gooner says, we all know they can hit the target and put it away. When's the last time we saw a banger? Been too long. Also, haven't scored from corners in ages too. Yeah, those corners have dried up. When was the last time you scored a banger? Eze, Leverkusen, maybe. Good morning to PGL0897, PGL0897. You know what? I'll stop reading out the numbers. But good morning to you, PGL. Newbie in the chat, I believe. I'm not sure we've met. If we want to talk about freshening things up, our descent into increasingly turgid football began when Steve Round left, in my opinion. However, if we finish trophyless again, Mikel needs to go. Yeah, we're kind of talking about that this morning, PGL. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for commenting. We appreciate your comments. Always, always, always. Thank you. Hope you'll stick around with us. The increasingly turgid football went with Steve Round went. That's quite a good spot. I'll take you at your word for that. Was that kind of when it started to change? That control element came in? I think you could be right about that. However, if we finish trophyless again, Mikel needs to go. Oh, that is opening up a big can of worms. I'm ready for that discussion, PGL. I am. I'm not sure we're going to cover that today. That's the sort of thing we do have to look at the end of the season. My caveat to that really is it kind of depends how the rest of the season goes. I mean, if you make a Champions League final, that's progression in the Champions League, isn't it? If you make the Champions League final and don't win it, that's progression because we're talking about he needs to go if he doesn't win anything, right? So if he makes the Champions League final, that's progression. If we lose out in the league by a point, if there's circumstances, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure I'm ready to throw in the towel with this manager and try it all again with someone else. Because who would you go and get? You're not getting Luis Enrique. And if you're thinking about your Glasners and your Iriolas and all that sort of stuff, you're kind of starting again. So I don't know. I'm not anti it. I just don't know. There's a fear in me that goes, if you rip it up when you're so close now, we might drop back. You got to be careful what you wish for. What if we drop back to third? What if we drop back to fourth? What if they want to sell all the players again? Melatensis, you're so right, but you really think Arteta likes to change things? I doubt it because he's so stubborn. There is that element to it too, Melly. There is that element too, I agree. Arteta seems to be a gambler, says North London Gooner. Thinks with his heart rather than his head. I agree. I'm not sure he will change things. He seems to play the same or similar tactics game in, game out. Yeah, there needs to be... Yeah, I mean, he's normally good. Arteta's normally good at adapting in-game. That's what he's normally very good at. But on Saturday, I knew he threw on 3 subs. What the hell happened to them? I mean, Max, he's amazing. Max couldn't get in the game. And when he did get the ball, he held on for it too long. Is that because of what the directions are from Arteta? Are they all now in this mindset of, I don't want to make a mistake? Because if you make a mistake in that stadium, the fans go mad. And I understand it. I would be too, right? I wonder if the players have the ability to just go, do you know what? Let's take risks. And every time we give the ball away, never mind the fans groaning, we have to know that we're doing it because we're trying to make things happen. Can we do that? PGL says Cesc. Ooh. I mean, yeah, okay, we took a risk with Arteta, didn't we? He hadn't really won anything. Cesc is in a similar position, I guess. He's playing great football. I'm not sure all the fans would welcome Cesc back, PGL. I'm not sure all the fans would welcome him back. Thank you. Keep them coming, guys. We're going to have a look at a poll we put out. I thought this was really interesting. We put out a poll to our community yesterday morning, and it was, do you still believe Arsenal will win the league? I am shocked by this. I am shocked. Do you still believe Arsenal will win the league? The Big Arsenal Breakfast Show community and Arsenal community wider said yes. 82%, a resounding yes. 82% still think Arsenal will win the league. 18% said no. That result cheers me up massively. Hugely. Ginormously. Glad everyone's still keeping the faith. I really, really am. North London Gooner Cesc. Como from Division 4 to Champions League place. I need to know a little bit more about this Como thing. I need to know a little bit more because he wasn't Cesc. Was he part of the ownership? Fill me in, North London Gooner. Forgive me for not knowing this. I'm not across every single European league, I must admit. Was Cesc part of the ownership and then appointing himself manager later on down the line? Is that, have I misremembered that? Fill me in, North London. Educate me, North London Gooner. You got time to do it while we open up. We open up for your big ass opinions. Stick with us. Oh.
Apart from the two penalties he gave away, Shesh will never leave the
Sack your Schooner for life, mate. Way too dry.
Yeah. The resounding fart means one thing and one thing only. It's time for your big ass opinions. Some of you have been getting some big ass opinions in already, and we love you for that. We love you for that. Thank you for doing so. Get your big ass opinions in. Let's be having them. So if you're new to the show, this is Big Ass Opinions, your Big Ass Opinions. We entreat you to comment. We put them on the show. Then sometimes I'll look around the Twitterverse to see what other Big Ass Opinions are. You know, what's going on around the socials and whatnot to see what's happening. So we include them all here. But if you're in the chat, you have the opportunity to go, bosh. You have your opportunity to go, bosh. Here's my big ass opinion live on the show. Right, we'll start off with a couple of people that have gotten in contact with the Big Arsenal Breakfast Show over the socials. Why has that gone all over the place? There it is. Let me move that central. You can tell I'm such an amateur still. Okay, so on Instagram, the following people have gotten in touch on Instagram. 9319CHB says, tactical retreat. This is on what we can do to turn the ship around. Tactical retreat. Focus on what you want more, League or Champions League, and focus all resources on it. Now that is, would you? Would you drop one or the other? Is it a Sophie's choice? I wouldn't be able to make that decision. Let's tank the Champions League to try and focus on, try and focus on Premier League. I'd like to think we still have enough in the squad to go, we can handle Sporting with just a little bit of rotation. We must be able to handle Sporting with a little bit of rotation. Sporting don't travel well. They play amazing at home. We beat them. They don't travel well. There's an opportunity here for just a little bit of rotation, I think. Not massive changes, but just freshen up those key areas. Like I said, a Lewis Skelly in left day, I think he could do it against Sporting, definitely. That doesn't necessarily mean he would start at the Etihad. Just give us some options. Let's see some changes, Mikel. Huda says, depends on injuries for Wednesday. Go tactical for both matches. Stop inverting and pack the midfield. Go 2 up top. Ooh, what? Traditional 4-4-2, are we saying, Hudas? I'm not sure I'd like to see massive system changes personally, but I like the boldness of it. 2 up top. Yeah, I'd love that. Just be slight. The problem with going with 2 up top is that you can't activate the press as easily. Right? When you got 2 up top, you cannot press as well because you've only got 2. And you've got to split 2 people between 4 defenders. If you've got 3, you can cover the areas better. Rock and Robin says, we are at home, which is usually a good sign, but I'm not sure now how we do it. Norgard should play. Bring on Zubi later if necessary, but he needs a rest. We haven't scored from a corner in ages. Would be nice to nick a goal and then just rest everyone. Now, thank you, Robin. Now, the thing about Norgard is, I spoke about this on the show yesterday. What the fuck was the point in buying him if we don't use him at all? He is a Premier League player. I think he was a captain at Brentford. I'm not entirely sure, but he's certainly a Brentford stalwart. He is good enough. We can't have bought a player, got him into training, gone, he's shit. If we did, that is terrible, terrible work from the transfer team. I don't think that. If we were to sell Norgard, right, and he ended up at Sporting Lisbon, would we all not be saying, yeah, okay, he can play for Sporting Lisbon? We'd all be saying that, wouldn't we? It's a different league. It's easier. He'll do fine there. So he can do fine against Sporting. So we can play him. I'm not saying I necessarily want to see him play, but we definitely could see him play. We should see him play. Maybe we should. Moving on quickly, because I know you're in the chat and I want to get to you all. Oh, Rockin' Robin continued on that note. He said, no worries, great blog. Thank you. Thank you. Generally, thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. I think it's pretty binary with Arsenal players. Either their confidence will be there and they'll be brilliant, or Arteta will bottle it for the 4th year running and he'll win nothing. All the potential is there, like standing by a van packed with weapons and a zombie horde approaches. If you can open the van, you'll flatten them. If not, you're screwed. It's a hell of an analogy, Robin. Hell of an analogy. And I said to him in the chat, what weapons do we have, though? Do we have machine guns or, you know, bits of wood with nails through them. Melatensis featuring twice within the Big Arse Opinions and within the chat. This is what I do. I give you multiple opportunities to have your say. Multiple opportunities to have your say. Melatensis got in touch with us this morning via YouTube, and I quickly rammed it back into the show because Melly Mel's an OG. Melatensis says, especially against City, our manager let them play forward, not sideways or backwards, and to play without fear. After almost all of them are national players for their country, not Sunday League amateur ones. Yes, Melly Mel, you are right. There is definitely something about this fear. There is definitely something about not playing with urgency and risk-taking. That, I think, we're all in agreement on. Some YouTube comments. Lagoshi-kun. Sorry, I snipped up one of your comments. You're in the chat this morning, so you're making it twice. Eze on the left. Erda central combination. Yes, I would like to see that. Eze on the left. Why aren't we seeing that? What's the problem? Why is he still in jail? Come on. Mal Smith says, take the shackles off. He's destroyed our attack. Nobody's going to tell me it's the players. I think Mal is a bit of both, to be honest with you, my friend. I think it is a bit of both. I don't think Arteta's coaching them to be so fucking rigid. He cannot be doing that. Arteta's not stupid enough to go, don't worry, just pass sideways, backwards all the time. It's not that. I reckon he's instilled the security, no turnovers, no transitions thing, definitely. But I'm sure he still says to him, come on, play with confidence. And then Behululu, sorry if I've got that wrong, says, beat Sporting and get ready to beat City if they want the title. Best team over 38 games, not 31. If they beat City and capable, then they should be okay to win the title. If not, City have to win all their games to guarantee it. Arsenal, of course, also need to win their games, but we are still in the front seat. Go and prove your worth and get the City win. It's not easy, but not far from first title in over 2 decades. Forget the past, beat City and you're champions. Simple. I think that's right. I think that's right. Beat City and we are champions. Okay, let's get in the chat. No, oh, sorry, I've got a couple more. Apologies, guys. Couple more. Right. I'm sure you saw this yesterday. If you haven't, then this is a picture. So RB at Sergeant Bobo says, Arsenal fans are unbearable. Meanwhile, grown men turning up to games with props in the hope of getting on TV. So yeah, Arsenal fans, in quotes, are unbearable, says RS. That's the quote by everyone else. Meanwhile, grown men are turning up to games with props in the hopes of getting on TV. And he's depicted Sky Sports, who focused in on a Man City player at Chelsea with a bottle of water with an Arsenal thing around it, pretending to drink Arsenal's tears, bottling it and all this sort of stuff. That's Sky Sports putting there on there. Now, Sparks, friend of the show, Sparks said, and being shown on the same network who ridiculed taking photos. Remember the Erdegaard taking photos thing? This is all I can say about this, right? This is extraordinary. To me, it is impressive how Sky manages to charge £80 a month just to act like that of a Twitter troll with a manga profile pic. I'm going to read that again because I want to clip it up later. It's impressive to me how Sky manages to charge £80 a month just to act like that of a Twitter troll with a manga profile pic. Thank you. You got to think about these things, guys. This is what goes on behind the scene. You get to the end of the show and you think, is there anything there that I could just clip up and post on likes? This is what you got to do, right? And sometimes I think, oh, yeah, I've made a note. I'll add, and then I think I'll clip that. And then when you go to read it, you completely fluff your lines. Or you try and do it off the top of your bonds, which most of this stuff is, I have to say. I don't have time to write scripts or anything. It's like so much effort, which I enjoy and love. You just don't have time to curate these really beautiful, lovely, I don't know, opinion editorials. You really, really don't. What's the next one? Let's go with Rory Talks Football. I thought this was interesting. You know Rory Talks Ball. Saka and Erdegaard are both in the top 7 players in the league from open play expected assists per 90. I know their form hasn't been great, but their return is crucial to us creating more chances. Yes, and it's no coincidence that I completely specified those two in the how we turn this around thing. We need them back. We need them playing. They make things happen. Their numbers aren't great this season. We know that, but they make things happen. And finally, on the normal Big Arse Opinions, we've got, oh, that was it. That was it. Let's just jump in the live chat and test out my new tingy. Okay, here we go. Where did we get to? We got to North London Gooner, who says, Como from Division 4 to... Yeah, I think I did that one, sorry. He ended his playing career with them, I believe. And North London Gooner says, lol, that's me, Robin. So Robin, there we go. Robin, who I read in the chat, read in the Big Arse Opinions, is in the chat live with us. Thank you, Robin. So, right. Okay, we know Robin is North London Gooner because he's got a picture of a Robin. Oh, dear, oh, dear. How did I not see that, Robin? His profile pic is a Robin, and Robin is in the chat. Thank you, Robin. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. So that's Melitensis, Legoshi, and Robin, who have got in contact with the show, been in the Big Arse Opinions, and joined the chat. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Okay. Time for the instant karma. Take it a day.
Instant karma take of the day.
Instant karma take of the day. The take that brings down the temperature a little bit, or levels things up just a little bit as well. So the instant karma take of the day comes from Next Generation. Arsenal at Scouting Indoors says, watching Arsenal is so difficult at the minute. Players are completely within themselves, recoiling. Criticism of all is valid. Performances, tactics, team selections have all been bad, but I just can't turn on the lads and the manager like others. I'm behind them till the end. I know there's a lot of people out there that would read something like that and just go mad. I've seen it. I've seen people going really, really mental over things like backing the team and the manager just until the end of the season. I've seen a lot of madness, and it is crazy to me. But we have to. We have still got a fucking title to win, guys. We are still in this. We're in a better position now, 13th of April, than when we were on the 1st of March. On the 1st of March, we were 5 points clear and City had 1 game in hand. As it stands, it's now 6 points clear and they have 1 game in hand. Let's stop shitting the bed. We are I wouldn't say we're in control. We're in the driving seat. Let's get behind the team. Anyone else in the chat? I'm going to wrap this up now. I'd just like to say thank you for joining us as ever. We are here every day, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m., Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. Please lizzle and subscrizzle. Helps us get out to more Gooners. We want to reach more Gooners, obviously. Don't forget, we have the podcast. I'll upload that in about 20 odd minutes or so. So if you've missed some of the show, you can go back and listen to it later, or you can just watch it again on YouTube, whatever suits you. If you're commuting or if you're at work, if you need to go and take a long shit or make a tea or go for a walk, get the old podcast in your ears. If you do listen to the podcast, please give us 5 stars. Pretty please. If you're just do a gunner a favor, yeah, because that also helps promote the show and get out to other people. If you don't like the show, then don't put a 4 or a 3 or anything, because it just doesn't go anywhere. So, yeah, keep involved. Stick with us. Get involved in the comments. Melitensis has said, thanks for another great show. Melly Mel, thank you. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you all. North London Gooner, PGL, nice to have met you. Who else? Legoshi for getting in the chat. Brilliant. G-Dog, if you're still there, man, look, G-Dog, anyone else that's going into an office today, that's Legoshi says, thanks, mate. You're welcome, mate. Anyone else that is going into the office today with a row of rival fans waiting for you, just remember, it's still in our hands. Believe in the club, believe in the players, believe in the manager. For now, let's get behind them. And look, we will be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. We'll preview Sporting tomorrow. We'll have a bit more chat about what we can do, maybe. Whatever news comes up about the Arsenal throughout the day. Unusual bollocks from media, I'm sure. But whatever happens, attack your Monday. Start the week well. Let's go positive. Come on, you Gunners. Get your arse in gear.